My sweet and lovely Aquarius, this is your horoscope for January 2025. And January will have amazing vibrations and energy, and especially for you, it will be huge. Now, now let's start with January 3rd. Venus going into your second house. Venus will signal that your January will be financial, my dear Aquarius. Now, Venus is planet of beauty and love and also money, and it's moving into your money house. Now, this is amazing time to actually, from the beginning of 2025, you might earn something. You might receive gifts also from your family members, and those gifts will have a sort of, tender and kind of attachment there, like family relationship attachment. You will treat those gifts as something precious, my dear Aquariuses. And happy 2025. Welcome to your 2025 and new life and new story. I forgot to tell you guys. Now, January 6th, Mars goes into your sixth house. Mars, we welcome 2025 with retrograding. Mars, because it started retrograding back in December 2024, and it will stay retrograde until February 24, until end of February. So, Mars, when it's retrograding, it's weak, it's not helping at all, and it's hindering, sort of in a sleeping motion. And Mars is planet of action. It's our desire, it's our engine, and it's in your work house. See, from January until like February, a lot of things might get slow in terms of your daily routine, in terms of your work, and in general, like going to gym or doing sport. Some of you guys might actually take up this sport and like activities, physical activities back where you started. Like, for example, you've been going to swimming, let's say, but you dropped it, and now you will go back from January. Like you would want to start your year with a great, let's say, vitality and some activities. But some of you guys might actually drop doing so because you will lose motivation there. Mars is retrograding. Mars, after it will stop retrograding, it will still be in your sixth house until April. So universe seems like trying to tell you focus on your routine, on your daily activities, on your physical health, and also on your work. A lot of things like there will be indecisiveness present, sort of hesitation present from your employees, for example, or your employer, or someone who works to you, like nanny at home, or your assistant, as an example. And health-wise too. Now, Mars, rules all things sharp. Here, I would like to warn you not to make any surgeries until end of February. If you're planning, then postpone those, because it rules all things sharp, including surgical knives, and it's in your health house. Now, if it's of course emergency, we do those things, but if you're planning, then do it after February. Now, also some deals, they might get postponed, they might get delayed because of some people not be decisive, let's say, or any other reason. So Mars will be sort of slow and weak there, giving this kind of vibration. January 13, we have full moon in your sixth house, same house where Mars is retrograding, so it will conjunct that Mars, unite forces. Now, those of you who are born 10th of February will feel the most, plus or minus 5 days around this date, because it's falling on your 23rd degree. Now, full moons are all about conclusions, or they reveal things. They put light to some things. Now, this full moon will have shocking feature because Uranus will make exact aspect, and Uranus is your ruler, my dear Aquariuses. You know the planet the best. Now, it loves to shock, it loves to surprise, and both ways, and negative and positive could be depending on your situation. But here, Uranus is making positive aspect. It seems like surprise will be huge, and surprise will be, you will like that surprise. Great opportunity with relocation might present. For example, some job offer, or some project offer if you work for yourself, or some collaboration offer where you will need to travel somewhere and stay long, let's say a year. Because Uranus is in your fourth house. Fourth house is about citizenship, or you might actually decide with those paperwork, so that, like, let's say you've decided a long time ago that you're gonna move to another country, and now you're gonna be based there, like whatever you do, your business, or even if you work for yourself, work from home, whatever is that, seems like you will move somewhere with relocation package. It's coming, doesn't matter what. But related to your work and daily activities. Some of you guys, it might be related to health and well-being. If something was bugging you there, Uranus has a surprise to you, your ruler, with the good news. And that health might be also concern related to your mother's health, as an example, because Uranus is in your fourth house. No, fourth house is mother's house. If that's not your situation, then it can be your mother's situation, let's say. And the same way about your mother's work and occupation. It might be she who's moving somewhere because of her work and job and all these things. Now, sixth house also rules people who under us, like our assistants, I don't know, nannies. Someone might all of a sudden give you news that they are leaving you, let's say, for some reason. But you sort of will have a happy heart there. You will be happy for them, even if something will be happening, in their life. Now, most important part will be end of January, second half, because January 19th, first sun moves into your first house. Happy birthday, my dear Aquarius. Great energy. Sun brings energy, finally. In this winter, it's amazing to have energy. Now, and then 2 days later, January 21st, sun will conjunct Pluto. Very powerful conjunction. Those of you who are born around first degree, around 21st of January, will feel this sun conjunct Pluto effect the most in your first house. Powerful, very powerful. You see, this first house will be lit in the second half of January, and Mercury, 28th of January, will move into your first house, bringing all sorts of ideas. And also January 29th, Mercury will conjunct Pluto, same as Sun in your first house. So all these planets will come together by the end of January, and yourself will become number one important person. Now, I always say celebrate your birthday, celebrate and make a wish, because this is most important day when you set intentions to your upcoming solar year. What is solar year? It's the year that starts from your birthday until your next birthday. That's called solar year. So you will have power to make magic there. Set intentions, be in a good mood, dress well, eat well, and of course, make a wish, my dear Aquarius. Celebrate yourself, and it seems like you will do this time it in a grandeur way. Because Pluto will be there, will make you celebrity. It can give you sort of powerful attire, even like sort of, this vibe, powerful vibe attached to you. It will give you number one in the room, sort of star. And in general, your plans, your priorities will become forefront to you. You might start prioritizing some things, your plans, I don't know, how to push yourself. And Pluto transform, when it's on our sun, it transforms us. And I will make on TikTok a live video about Pluto going over Aquariuses, and if you have their planets, all these planets will talk through. So stay tuned and subscribe to my TikTok too, my dear Aquariuses. Now, January 29, we have one of the important transits happening in 2025, lunar nodes, changing signs. Now, lunar nodes, they're always two. North node moving into your second house, south node moving into your eighth house. It's very important because of lunar nodes. We have eclipses happening. Eclipses, I call them rocket ships. In a split second, they can bring you up and down depending on your situation and natal chart. Now, because of eclipses, we have this sort of life turning, once in a lifetime moments, like getting married, divorcing, having a baby, for example. And we usually remember it forever. And for you guys, those nodes are changing into your financial axis. This line between second and eighth is called financial axis, and your finances are getting transformed in the next a year and 8 months. That's how long lunar nodes will stay in those signs and will bring eclipses there. Life-changing events. So, like a lot of you guys will change your job. A lot of you guys will change totally how you earn money, what kind of skills you utilize to earn money. Your income source will change completely. A lot of you guys will, change also tax, let's say, system. As an example, if you work in these authorities, or like bank money, loans. A lot of you guys might get involved into this like financial thing, into investing, like into financial instruments, for example. And also it's about, in general, how you earn, how much you earn, and it will give you all sorts of situations. Anyhow, if you missed, I talked a lot about this and gave a lot of examples in your 2025 horoscope. So if you missed that, go check on my channel. But I will make a separate video about this lunar nodes changing sign. It's a huge topic, so stay tuned and subscribe. Now, I would like to mention, always check your rising sign, because that's the most influential usually, but sometimes it's sun sign, sometimes it's moon, depending on your place and time of your birth. But anyhow, check all three and compare which one is actually influential the most. Now, 29th January, the same day, we have new moon. New moons are about new energies, new person, sort of, and it's happening in the first house. And when we get new moon, it's amazing. It's a chance, like it's a gift from universe. And in this case, it's a huge gift because Jupiter will be supportive that new moon, my dear Aquarius. Something you will celebrate around your birthday by the end of January. Especially, those of you who are born January 27th, plus or minus 5 days, you will get amazing vibrations of this new moon. Seems like you will be happy to start your new era, my dear Aquarius. Now, Jupiter will support that new moon from your fifth house, and Jupiter is planet of luck and happiness and abundance. It's the most happy planet. It's like a guardian angel of us. And around this end of January, some of you guys might start business, for example, or new brand of yourself. And that's something seems like you wished for a long time, because Jupiter rules your house of wishes and dreams. And it can be also baby. It can be also pregnancy. You might become parent around end of January. You might find out that you're pregnant if you've been wishing for long this fertility thing and pregnancy thing, because Jupiter in your fifth house, and Jupiter significator of babies in general, children. Now, some of you guys, it might be love, especially those of you who are single. You will have amazing new moon and amazing vibrations, and universe already set up actually the stage for you to meet that person, that special person with whom you might fall in love. And because it's a Jupiter in your house of love, true love and romance and flirting, it's exactly for those of you who are single and you've been wishing for a long time, my dear Aquarius. Now, always allow any full moons and new moons 10 days before and 10 days after to manifest into your life. Not necessarily exactly on the same day, my dear Aquarius. Now, and lastly, January 30, we have Uranus, your ruler, planet of surprises, going direct in your fourth house. Finally, moving full force in your fourth house, transforming it. Because Uranus spends in one sign 7 years. It's been giving quite a lot of diversity in terms of what you call home, what you call family, what it takes to be family, all these concepts. And in general, a lot of situations within your family happening, and positive and negative, but most of them were surprising situations, and mostly also related to your mother could have been, but now it's going direct. And this is Uranus's last year in your fourth house. In July it will change sign, then you will feel the difference, my dear Aquarius. Now, this was your horoscope for January. I wish you amazing, perfect January. Love you all. Bye bye.